Hey guys, Third Gen Farmer here, back, and we are harvesting wheat as you can see, and it is a great feeling. As you may know, I love harvesting wheat, and we just started here. We just started our field. Both combines are out. There's me, and Dad is behind there. There's a lovely sunset. I love that. The camera doesn't do justice, but it's really nice. I don't have my GPS running right now because we started the field and we haven't put on GPS, so the line's not straight and I would lose stuff. Probably the next pass or so I will engage GPS when I bump in and Dad comes here with his combine, which doesn't have GPS. And I did get it working. I had to basically switch out a satellite, like switch which satellite it is. It's working now. It's great. So yeah. Trying to chop her decently low. Oops, that's a bit zoomed in and it's a bit dirty, but you get the idea. There's not much wind right now. My flag's not really flying very high, but that's okay. It's been good. This wheat right now for moisture is the driest we've had in years. Like it's crazy. I think right now this is about 12% moisture, and dry for wheat would be around that 14%. But it's not often where we're harvesting at this moisture level in the wheat, which is great. Like, don't get me wrong, it's great. As far as yields, not too sure yet, as we just started and I didn't open up the field. I just got here, basically. If I have to hazard a guess, it's running around that 30 bushel an acre, but I really don't know yet, and the field could change a lot. This field and our wheat and stuff, but yeah, we're working on. Well, we already got a few trucks full, but now we're working on filling it up, and I think we're gonna haul some to town tomorrow morning if we can get the trucks full, which is a great feeling. The fact that we can harvest it and boom, it's gone, and we get paid for it right away. Just great after the last 2 years haven't been so kind to us. So yeah. All right, we're back. Still going here, as you can see. Got my lights on. These are nice white LEDs. I think it's got pretty darn good lighting compared to what it was. It's great. Except for one, I have a light. This is my grain tank. I know, it's hard to see. I have a light in there, but it's not on. And it's a nice new LED, which means I need to fix some wiring in there. Put it simply, so gotta fix some wiring there, but all my other lights working out great. I'm super happy having these LEDs on here now. And yeah, I'm just gonna say this right now, is this first video, this day one of harvest of wheat, because it's later and stuff, I'm gonna explain a few things. So if you're not into that, my next video, like day 2, which if it's not up now, it'll be up in a day or two, I'm sure. That's gonna have a bunch of cool footage, probably drone footage even, which I'm excited for, other GoPro and montage stuff. So if that's your type, go check that one out. Click off here, right? But I'm gonna kind of run us through a little bit of our combine here, while we're just doing a little bit of headland passes. So as I said in the past, this 30-foot header on this combine, and we're combining our wheat. This is red hard spring, red hard wet wheat. Oof, that's a tongue twister, isn't it? And so I can't really show you my sample, but when you grab the seed, it's called red hard because it's and spring, because it's spring wheat. It's hard, like very hard. It's not like there's some soft wheat and stuff. This one's hard, rock hard. And then finally, if it's got the right protein and everything and is grown properly, it will look a little bit red, which is really nice. Like a goldish red. Not the plant, but the actual seed itself, which is cool. Combine and wheat, these heads here, I gotta zoom in. These heads is hard to see, but just those top bits, we're reeling them in. And inside the combine, I guess I don't have amazing light here, but just put on that light. It work. Oh, no, it does. Fancy that. Inside, it will grab it in. That's what we call a feeder house. Put it through the combine, and then this rotor, which is spinning super duper fast for wheat, is gonna squish it and take all of, basically as if you're grabbing your hand and you're going like this with the crop, and it's gonna take all those seeds, kind of gonna break it, all the surrounding stuff apart from the seed, and the seed's gonna fall through our concaves, which are like, they're great. So they have this much space, they have a bunch of bars, they have like this much space in between, so it's enough for the wheat to fall through, but it's not enough for all that crap to go, and the crap is gonna get augered out basically to the end, and it's gonna go out the back of the combine, ideally, if you have a good sample, and then the actual seed will fall down, and it goes through cross augers, and then it's gonna go over top of a fan basically, and that fan is gonna sift out any other little stuff that got through, because it's small enough, but because wheat's heavy, the wheat's gonna fall down, but any of the chaff and stuff's gonna blow right out the back. Okay, that's a little bit. So now that you know that, I'm gonna talk about our speeds here for our fan and our rotor, which we can control. And the rotor is the one that's doing all the thrashing. Ooh, I'm in some wheat here. All right, so it's just pretty nice wheat here, actually. I'm kind of happy about this. By kind of, I mean I'm definitely happy about this. So our rotor speed, I'm just gonna go like this. Our rotor speed is the one on the bottom. You see R stands for rotor, and we have it going 1,000, which is really quick. For example, for our peas, which don't need to be breaking up apart, and we don't want them to be broken up really quickly, because obviously the faster that you have this, the more times it's going to hit that single kernel. The more times it's spinning on that single kernel and trying to bash it through. So going at 1,000, it's really needing to break it up, because wheat is much harder to break out of the shell that it's contained in the plant compared to like peas. And then the fan, because wheat's heavy enough, the fan we can have it crank. But for like canola, if you have that fan at the speed that it's at, canola is really light, so the canola would actually blow out the back, like I was saying, all the little chaff does, and which obviously you wouldn't want, because you want to keep the canola in that case. And yeah, so I mean you can almost see that's our little diagram of the combine. That's kind of like an indicator, so if something's wrong, it'll flash on the diagram on here and kind of show me where the issue is, and have a little text underneath it for whatever sensor's going off. Cookie, there's Dad in front. It was very high pitched, I noticed. And the light over there that you might see as well, over there, that's our big truck. And we're just filling that one, and that's the one we're gonna take into town in the morning. So yeah, this number below, this is saying my height, so how far off the ground I am. It's not in proportion to like inches or centimeters. It's literally its own scale. So we know if I want to cut this low, I know to go to 7 or whatever it is. Sometimes, I don't know, that if you bump a few buttons, that number will change, and I'm pretty sure you can adjust it and blah 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 blah. This one here, this is a sensor on the back of the combine, which is going to tell me how, if you're wondering, it's that one with the green in the middle, and the black is kind of like a needle there, all the little lines. That's telling me if it's, sorry, I'm giving you nausea right now. If it's in that green, that means it's a sweet spot, and we're not throwing a bunch of crop out the back. That's like a loss sensor. But if it's way over here, I know there's an issue, either in the back, like I'm plugged, or which doesn't happen very often, or something's wrong, or I'm just simply throwing out too much grain. This is nice wheat here. I like this. And then this is also, these are, every time a light goes off, that's like a sensor. So it's hitting, the wheat is hitting the sensor, and we have like settings. So for this, the size of canola is much smaller and it's much lighter, so we're gonna put that sensor for size, here I'll show you once I turn around here. That sensor for size, we're gonna put it much smaller. Just gonna turn, I'll show you that right there. You see how like one's bigger and it looks smaller, like the circles? And there you go. All right, I gotta put this back down once. All right, sorry, I got cut off there by a phone call, but that's pretty much all the information, roughly on our speeds and stuff for wheat, and kind of a little explanation. I could explain more on a later day, but it's getting late tonight, and well, when I record I go slower, but right now I have someone chasing me. Tell him I'm near the light back there, but I have Dad that's chasing me, so I don't want to go too slow for him. And so I'll be back tomorrow, calm iron, hopefully, and you guys, that'll be the end of this video. You guys have a good one. Take care.